I'm using the Husqvarna VIKING Designer Topaz 65 sewing and embroidery machine, and today we're just looking at embroidery edit. I wanted to give you a tour of some of the icons that are on the screen. So top left, we have toggle between sewing and embroidery mode. Then we have access to the user's built-in user's guide. We have the blog, which will just bring up ideas or tips about new projects or using a particular stitch in your machine. And then there is also a firmware update, which I will need to download later. Here we have access to the home screen, your quick help, connected to the Wi-Fi or not, I am connected, and then also the settings for the machine, as well as the clock. Now, I love having the clock accessible. You do have to go in and set it up, and you do have to be connected to the Wi-Fi in order to get it set up initially. After that, you don't have to be connected to the Wi-Fi, and you can set the time zone and the type of time that you like, 24-hour clock or so on. On the next row, you have your do and undo, and then the percentage. So if you want to, shrink it down a little bit, just from a viewing perspective, then that's where you can do that. And then here we have whether you want to see the full screen or not. So this just keeps the design the same size. It just eliminates some of the information on the screen so that I get a better view of that design. Most of the functions on the edit screens, or all the screens, are toggle on, toggle off. So if something is highlighted, I simply toggle it off and it brings me back to where I was. This is the hoop that is selected, 240 by 150. And this icon is indicating that it is a design and tells me the number of stitches. Now there is a down arrow here, and by selecting that, it's going to give me more information that doesn't necessarily show up on the screen. So again, that's the hoop, the information, which is the number of stitches, and then also a foot has been selected. There just isn't enough room on the screen to showcase all that information. All right, we're going to come back and have a look at the designs and some more of the information on the bottom, but that gives you an idea of what is there on the first two lines.